It all boils down to this. Coochie cutting too. So he get 50 and then somebody else get 50.
I really hope one day women understand coming online and spewing some of the stuff is a great way to turn men off for providing for you and everyone that looks like you. Subscribe, let's talk about it.
All right, and I'm just a message, and I don't need all the girls down my throat, and I need y'all, like, you know, making me feel like, oh, I'm not with y'all. But listen, there's nothing wrong with going 50-50 with your nigga. Like, if he wants you to pay a phone bill, if he wants you to pay a light bill, if he wants you to pay freaking water, if he wants you to go 50-50 with him to pay your freaking insurance, like, it's no issue with that. You should not have no issue with that. But it all boils down to this. Coochie cutting too. So he get 50 and then somebody else get 50. And guess what? It ain't selling it. It's just universal law. Like, how you won the whole thing and then you still asking for 50% for me to do 50%? I might as well be by myself. That way I have the whole thing for myself. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Hey, it ain't selling it. It's just universal law. If you was my nigga, you supposed to, hey, I don't even want to see you pay all that. You don't even think like that when it comes to me. So, hey, 50 go to you, 50 go somewhere. We can go 50-50 all you want, all day.
And listen, if this is the case, most men are just going to say, I don't want it. Right? I just don't want to deal with that. And not just, I don't want to deal with this situation. I don't want to deal with this mentality that you think that what you're sitting on is the utmost valuable thing, that it requires me to now take on the bills you decided for yourself. You went out through life and you decided, I'm going to go to this college, I'm going to get in this debt, I'm going to buy this, I want to have the nicest things. You're constantly advertised to, you constantly fall for it. Then you turn around and expect a man to say, here's what I've accumulated, this is my debt, this is my average burn rate per month, this is what we need you to cover. And if he says, oh, okay, I'll pay half of that, you just say, okay, I'll find someone else to pay another half. I don't think you understand what you're asking or what you're putting forward there. And I always bring attention to what's in the comment section. How many people come and support this sort of ideal? This is part of the fallacy. This is part of the delusion. You know you're all lying to yourselves. You know it. You guys are not getting this type of behavior, not from the men that you want, not from the men that you would actually be proud of. They're not lining up to say, hey, let me take care of all these things. Let me take on all the responsibility that you created for yourself in your own life while still maintaining a high level of proficiency in mind. You read too much smut. You meet too much these romance books that, just about smut. And then you look at so many rom-coms and you think this is how the world works. I wish I had that sort of delusional capability, that the stuff that I watch, I said, it's got to be real. I wish I thought there was a super soldier serum that could change my entire life, that I could survive frozen in a glacier and woken up into the distant future, and I could be a superhero. I wish. I believe it. I look at it as fiction, and I think some of you guys need to do the same thing with some of the stuff you're watching. But before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. We're still trying to go strong, still trying to do lives. So hype the video, share the video. We got some merch in the store. Listen, this is a good idea for men. This is one of the reasons why we highlight content like this. This is how you protect the brand. You see this nonsense. You see it, how it goes, how people talk, how people pretend like this is a normal thing. This is how you should move. Now, I like this part of the internet because it reveals a lot about people's character on two fronts. One, you'll say anything for clout. You say anything for clout, and then not just the creators, the people also in the comment section going and saying yes, and clocking and all that nonsense, supporting this, when your very real life does not look anything like this. You're not getting a man of any type of value and saying, hey, if I have to pay bills here, I'm also going to find another man I'm going to go 50-50 over there with him. And if you are finding this, or if you are speaking like this, what man is looking at and saying, okay, that makes sense. Let's flip it. Obviously, let's flip it. Now, if a man says, I can afford to pay your bills, right? Because some of you aren't living extravagant lives. Your burn rate isn't $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 a month. Your legitimate burn rate is maybe $4,000. What if you find a man that says, yeah, I can do that. That's a line item budget. Can now he have you and someone else? Because now, shouldn't that same logic sort of go ahead? If you aren't really making, or you're not really worth much, or you just live in a state or a city or someplace with low cost of living, why can't I do multiple women and just look at it the same way? It's a universal law. If you look at that and say that's entirely foolish. That doesn't work. We like to pretend like emotions don't become a thing, that jealousy isn't a thing. Just because you think a man can afford this, or he should pay this, or this is just a way to insult someone saying going 50-50, which 72 to 76% of the population United States that are couples, they go 50-50. Maybe it's not entirely 50-50, maybe it's a 70-30, maybe it's an 80-20, but the idea that you're supposed to be a kept person, I don't know where it originated from and how easily it percolated through a society, but I understand it. Who would not want to be taken care of? Now you try to tie that to masculinity, you try to tie that to a form of love, and you think you got something. The problem with these ideas is that it trickles down, not unlike the idea of trickle down economy, which probably doesn't work as it was thought up, but these ideas trickle down, and other people, younger women, adopt these things, and they look at their counterparts, they look at their cohorts and say, you got to do all this for me. We live in this weird dichotomous society that's telling you, on one hand, man has to pay for everything, and then on the other hand, you look and say age gap dating is wrong. But how's a man supposed to pay for everything when a woman is 22 years old and her cohort is maybe 3 years outside of that? How's he supposed to do that? Oh, don't forget, you also say, hey, don't build with a man. You also say that. So where is it supposed to happen? We don't understand that you're throwing so much ish against the wall. A lot of it is not making sense. When you look at the tapestry of shit you've thrown against the wall, you look and say, I think we don't have a masterpiece. We have a bunch of contradictory ideas and a bunch of contradictory people championing them, supporting it, internalizing it, and thinking this is the reality. This is supposed to be how it goes. If you took a second to stop back and say, well, how could at least 3 of these things exist at the same time? How can I want someone to take care of me and everything I have, including my kids, when the majority of the men that actually make this amount of money continually say that's not what they want, that's not what they want to do? Okay, how does that jive with saying, all right, I want someone to take care of me, but I won't date older, or I shouldn't be dating older. Older men dating younger women is wrong, but the other way around seems fine. You just have to take a step back and think about half of these things for a second. You see, we are being misled on a daily basis, even to the point where, and the second point of this, if you're just doing this for clout, you don't care about how people will pick this up and run with this thought process, then you become part of the issue, part of the problem. You let people move like this, I know you're not responsible. You don't understand how thoughts, how they spread, how they change a person's way of thinking, especially how it worms in there, and it tells a woman, yes, it confirms everything they think or would love to be true. That's all they need to do. I need to confirm this. I need to talk to that part of you that wishes this was right. That's all I need to do. Once I get there, once it's wormed, when that thought is wormed in there, it's wrapped around your brain you never forget it. And you start now going into the wide world and saying, yeah, no, I demand a 5-star experience on the first date. I don't know him. He doesn't know me, but I demand the best of him. There was that other clip, I think I favorited it, but I lost it. A woman saying, for a regular first date, it's, going for like a 5-star in a helicopter ride. But that's the normal thing. It's not. It's not. And until we have the balls to call out stuff like this and, hey, you want to share your coochie because this man is asking you to pay 50-50 and you think that's appropriate. As long as you find people that are willing, cool. Understand that's your situation, that's your relationship. But the vast majority of men, they're waking up and saying, you're outside of your mind. But listen, I've been wrong before. If you think I am now, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos, of course. And if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed, I really think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.